Hey, is this thing on? So, you want to be more disciplined. Well, you're definitely not alone, and that's probably one of the main reasons that you clicked on this video today. I decided to do a little mini weekly vlog to give you all a glimpse into my life and some of the daily routines that really help me to sustain my schedule and remain disciplined even when things get a little bit more busy than I would like them to. Routines and discipline are essential components of success in both personal and professional aspects. They help to increase productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness while also reducing stress and promoting overall well-being. After this little mini vlog of a week in my life, you are going to see me talking about some really helpful factors for creating routines for different portions of your day and different portions of your week in order to set yourself up for success to maintain a disciplined regimen in your life. Having a routine allows you all to establish structure in our lives and create a sense of order, which can be especially important during times of uncertainty or change, or when maybe you just aren't feeling your best. By establishing a routine, you can set daily goals, prioritize tasks, and develop healthy habits that help you achieve long-term goals. Discipline is also a critical component of success. These two factors really do work together. They require that we stay focused, committed to our goals, even when faced with distractions, setbacks, or obstacles. If you develop a mindset that's focused on discipline in a positive way, then it can help you to maintain motivation, stay on track, and persevere throughout difficult times. However, establishing routines and maintaining discipline can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced and constantly changing world. So in this video, I'm really excited to share some tips that are going to help you to not only establish some routines, but also maintain them, which leads you to having a disciplined and focused life. And that is going to help you to feel more fulfilled and really proud of the achievements that you are making in the short term, the long term, and it also contributes to your overall well-being as you work to reach a new level of success. Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm assuming if you are here today, you really want to become more disciplined, but in a way that feels like it's very simple to follow along with and a way that you can be consistent. Well, I am here to help. In today's video, I am going to really focus on how routines can help you make sure that you are being disciplined. Setting up those routines in advance, following through on them, and seeing the fruits of your labor come to fruition will definitely be encouraging and motivating for you to continually implement discipline in your everyday life. So as we discuss this topic today, I'm going to be kind of talking about some of my personal routines and how everything that I have set into place, how following a schedule, how being enveloped in these routines really helps me stay on track and remain disciplined. So, of course, we've got to start off with the morning because that is what kickstarts the day and sets my day up for success every single time. Now, when we think about discipline when it comes to the morning, some things that could be included would be like getting out of bed when you're supposed to, following your morning hygiene, skincare routine, making your bed, picking out your clothing for the day, if you have to pack a lunch to go somewhere, making sure that that's packed and prepared, and a whole list of other things. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this can be a lot. The morning, usually you're probably tired, maybe driving a little bit, could use a bit of caffeine to get your day going. So it can be a little bit harder for you to actually want to do the things that you know you're supposed to be doing in your disciplined lifestyle. That's where your routine comes in. It's like clockwork. You get up, you know what you're supposed to do because you do the same thing all of the time. You have trained your mind and you have trained your body to be able to accomplish these tasks kind of like you're on autopilot. So you're going to be able to complete everything and do what you need to do naturally because now you've built it into a routine. So you don't have to circle back and say, oh, I gotta be better about getting up on time or doing my skincare every single morning, because you have a routine in place already where you know as soon as you get up, it's time to start following the steps of your day. So a few things that kind of help me in relation to morning routines are, the first thing, getting out of bed. I try to make sure that I'm consistent with the time that I wake up and get out of bed every single day. Well, every single weekday. I'm not even gonna lie about the weekend. I like my sleep, I like my rest. So I personally am never gonna be a 5 a.m. girly. I don't see the purpose for my life. I have a very flexible schedule, so there's no reason for me to be up that early. However, a good 8 a.m., that's when you can catch your girl. So the great thing is I've slept, I feel rested. I still have an alarm because I can stay asleep, but my alarm wakes me up. And my goal every single morning is not to hit snooze and not to just turn off the alarm completely, but to just get out of bed. Simple, easy. I hear the sound, the reaction is I get up. If I start saying, oh, let me snooze for 5 minutes, let me just turn it off completely, then that's where the problem comes in, because I'm not being consistent. I'm not training my mind and my body to get out of bed immediately. And now I've broken my routine. Before, when I worked outside of the home, I had to commute to work for about an hour. So I really did not have a choice. I had to get up on time every single morning. And something that helped me was to use a song for my alarm rather than the typical like alarm clock sounds. The song that I chose was Motivation by Normani. Love Normani, love Fifth Harmony, but also the song was perfect. It was like my motivation to get up and get going for the day. So I knew when I heard that sound, I've now associated my mind and body with that sound, meaning it's time to get up, time to get out of bed, time to go and get your day started. So having that routine of making sure that you push yourself out of bed every single morning is definitely going to help you set your day up for success and remain disciplined. And then you follow through. So everyone's morning routine is probably going to look a little bit different, but you have to really map out what it looks like for you. Are you going to go straight to brush your teeth, wash your face? You're gonna take a shower in the morning, you're gonna lay out your clothes first, you're gonna pack lunch first, you're gonna start breakfast. Whatever you feel like is going to help you be the most productive, that is what you need to put into your routine in sequential steps to make sure that you're able to accomplish them every single day. So you know, once I'm up, once I hear that sound, my day has started and I just have to follow the steps. Following the steps is so much easier than having to invent the steps or think about what you're supposed to be doing every single day, especially if you want to remain disciplined. So next, let's move into that midday space. I'm going to be talking about midday options for two different lifestyles. One for someone who maybe stays at home, a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife, content creator, business owner. You kind of have flexibility, remote worker, and then also another option for the person who works a typical 9-to-5 schedule where they have to leave the house to go to work and accomplish their different tasks throughout the day. So first up is our midday routine for more of a home-based type of lifestyle. Now, this can be tricky, especially if you're someone who struggles with discipline, because it's so easy to become distracted by everything else that you have going on around the house and not take care of the things that are most important. So, first off, you have to compartmentalize. If you work from home, set up a space where you work and you do nothing else in that space. Make sure that you have the type of environment created where you are able to focus and get things done. Now also, think about a few things that you want to kind of splash into your day. Let's say you're not working from home, but you have the responsibility of taking care of your home and making sure that everything is in order. So that could include things like prepping dinner, cleaning the kitchen, preparing laundry, maybe scheduling things like travel or working on the budget. schedule all of those things out in your day. So let's say you have 5 different home tasks that you need to complete. Then go into that time blocking. I also created a video about time blocking, and I'll try to link it up here or in the description box. So yeah, you can reference that and see how helpful the process is. But if you know, okay, I've got 5 things I need to do today, I have 7 hours to get them done, then box them into portions of your day and commit to that. If from 1 to 2 you said you're gonna focus on laundry, then that is all you do from 1 to 2. If you're a content creator and you're like, you know what, I need to spend 3 hours of my day batching my content today, editing my content, reaching out to brands, then you need to make sure that those 3 hours, that is all that you do. The doorbell rings, the phone rings, you get a text message, nothing can take you away from your focus. And that is the routine piece of it. If you know that, hey, every Monday I focus on my content creation for 3 hours a day, or every Tuesday I focus on a home task or reorganizing like a junk drawer or a closet, when you have that mapped out as part of your routine, you know what to expect, you have planned what your day looks like, then when unexpected things come up, you're not gonna let that derail you, because if you said you were gonna give it an hour, if you said you were gonna focus on something for 3 hours, then that is what you are going to do. You may have to shift it, but either way, it's part of your routine. You're going to remain disciplined and you're going to get it done. Now, what about that midday routine for someone who works outside of the home? Now, this one can be definitely a lot trickier. So I always think about like the lunch aspect of it. Like if you are focused on wanting to be healthy and have good, nutritious meals, it can be a little bit more challenging when you are on the go. So something that I did was to make sure that I meal prepped. That sets me up for success as part of my midday routine and staying disciplined on my healthy eating journey. So even though I may have meal prepped on a different day, it's still beneficial for part of my routine for every other day of the week, because I did something in advance. I was disciplined enough to follow through on my meal prepping schedule, and then I was able to be successful in staying on track with my healthy eating goals. If meal prepping is not an option for you or something that you don't have time for, you can try different meal delivery services. There's actually a lot of local small businesses that you can check into. I used a company called Factor. They sent me these meals that were like chef prepared, no preservatives, really healthy. I think they lasted 7 days in the refrigerator. And so I was able to just bring those to work during a time where I was like, look, I've got these health and fitness goals, but let's be realistic. I don't have time to meal prep. So that kind of carried me through and helped me to stay consistent. So whatever that discipline factor looks like for you, find what works for you and put it into place. Also, when you're out and about, you want to think about the other errands that you have to run. Do you need to go to the post office? Do you have to go return something? Do you need to stop by Target to pick up a few things? Whatever that looks like, map out your day. So if your daily routine is, I get up, I want to stop for coffee in the morning, I go to work, I eat my healthy lunch while I'm there, and then after work, I run one errand. Then every day after work, schedule in what errand you're going to run. Monday, I'm going to go to the post office and mail packages. Tuesday, I'm going to go to Target and pick up some storage bins. Wednesday, I'm going to go to the grocery store. Whatever the things are that you need to do, plug them into your day. So that Tuesday evening doesn't come and you're like, well, I'm done with work now and I feel like I have 80 tasks that I need to complete, but I don't know where to start, so I'm just not going to do any of them. Don't fall into the habit of not being productive or lacking discipline simply because you feel like you do not know what to do. This is where planning comes into play. I personally love to use Sunday as like a planning and a reset day to make sure that I am able to focus and allocate time for all the things that need to get done. So take a moment, block off time even for your reset. Like an hour could be focused just on you plugging things into your calendar and scheduling out your life. You really have to be consistent with the routine of having a Sunday reset, plugging in the different things that you have to do, following through on those things and those tasks throughout the week, and then seeing the beautiful results of all the hard work that you put in, and of course, making some time to celebrate. Next up, we're going to move into a routine that I feel like is common for a lot of people, and I've made a few videos about it on my channel as well, and that is a fitness routine. For me personally, I feel like this is the hardest routine to keep up with, especially like after being sick, after traveling, the last thing that most people want to do is to kind of get back on track with their fitness goals. But if you create a routine, you make it something that is attainable for you and enjoyable for you, then it's going to be so much easier to remain disciplined and stay committed to your fitness goals. So the way that I do this is before the week even starts, I usually kind of revamp this about like every 3 to 6 months or so, depending on how things are going. I map out exactly what type of workout I'm going to do every single day of the week. So Mondays I do Pilates, Tuesday I ride Peloton, take a spin class. Wednesdays I will either have a rest day or do something more relaxing like stretches. Thursdays I'll do a strength training workout, and Fridays I really focus on walking or potentially going for a run. So I know that is what my week of workouts look like. Now, it could be switched up a little bit. Sometimes I walk indoors, sometimes I walk outdoors. Sometimes I take a Pilates class on the reformer in person. Sometimes I do a mat Pilates class at home. So what I do every single week is, okay, if I know on Monday I'm doing Pilates, then when I'm looking at my week's schedule, I have to assess, okay, am I going to a Pilates class? What time do I need to leave? Is this in my calendar? And if I'm not doing that and I'm planning on doing a Pilates workout from home, same thing. I have to treat it just like I would a class. If I've paid for a class, I've scheduled a class, I've used my credits for a class, I'm gonna be disciplined and make sure that I go to that class in person. So I have to keep that same mentality of discipline when it comes to working out at home. So just like I would go to a class at 12 noon, I'm gonna schedule time at 12 noon in my home to do a Pilates workout. I'm gonna go into the app that I use, pre-save and bookmark whichever Pilates activity that I want to do so that I'm ready. I know, ding, 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 12 p.m. calendar, what am I doing? Oh, it's Monday. I have Pilates. Okay, I'm doing it at home. Here's the class, here's the instructor, click and go. So once I'm in that routine, it's so much easier for me to maintain it and to stay disciplined. And finally, we are getting to our nighttime routine. Now you may think, okay, great, this is the end of a day. This part is not really so important when it comes to my discipline. However, it is actually even more important because your nighttime routine is going to set you up for success for the morning and for everything that follows after that. So again, design what your ideal nighttime routine looks like. For me, it's skincare again, but really spending a lot more time delving in, getting the glazed donut look. Also, I like to kind of clean up and tidy for the evening as well. So that may include things like washing the dishes or getting laundry put away. Whatever your nighttime routine looks like, map it out, just a random rough list. Then at that point, decide how much time you are going to allocate for your nighttime routine and go ahead and plug it in. Let's say you are going to do 2 hours for your nighttime routine and you have 10 tasks that you need to get done. Plug them into your calendar, give them the appropriate amount of time and dedication that each of the separate tasks needs, and then make it part of your routine. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a routine, because if you don't follow your routine, let's say part of your routine is laying out your clothes for work the next day. You didn't do it at night, you go to bed, you're sleeping peacefully, you wake up the next day, let's say you're already slacking on your morning routine, you don't get up when your alarm goes off, now it's 20 minutes later, your hair's not cooperating, you can't find your favorite lip gloss, and now it's like, oh, and I have no clue what I'm wearing today. But let's rewind. If you had followed your nighttime routine, you had laid out your outfit like you were supposed to, then for those mornings where you are a bit off schedule, or even for just mornings that are going extremely well, you already know. Let me go ahead and grab my outfit that I have pre-laid out and get my day started. It's the small things that start to add up that create beautiful routines that are going to be sustainable and help you be successful in your life. And in order to truly be disciplined, you have to have routines. you can't be disciplined if you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So they are really connected and they work so well together. So definitely try adding some more routines to your life. Try out time blocking, scheduling, pre-planning, and see how much that benefits you and enhances the discipline that you have in your life in a positive way to help you stay on track and continually work towards creating the life of your dreams and reaching those goals. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.